Folks, we are live. Welcome to Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse. To my stage right ish. Wait, which hand? This hand. Stage right is none other than Glen, Halstrom, Old Man Grognard. We missed the
That's
last
me.
show. We had an extra Friday night, which was therefore not scheduled. So we are back. Before we
Yes, we are.
Before we dive
With
into tonight's show, the reason why there's oops,
with with barking dogs for
hey,
some reason.
um, there's a link at the bottom of this screen. That link on the bottom of the screen, tenkars-tavern.game/fantasy, will take you to the humble bundle that is currently now being offered by Frog God Games and Pacesetter Games and Old School Essentials. High Fell from Greg Gillespie is there. There's a lot of good stuff for $25. I have a sizable chunk, and I am backing or buying in because I can't beat that price. So if you use that link, you support the tavern. I appreciate it. It allows us to get better equipment for the co-hosts, pays for the extra lighting I have up above right now, and other sort of tchotchkes like that. And as you can see from Paul, if you see Paul in your chat, he's green, and he's green because he joined the tavern. He's a supporter
Yay.
for $1.99 a month. Again, that just helps support what you see and listen to on the
Yay.
screen.
You're gonna make me contribute to that, aren't you?
No. Hey,
Okay.
you got from Mezcon.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Method. I like
Yes.
that picture there.
Have
I
a
like
great
that
show,
dwarf
gents.
picture
Hey,
there.
Glenn. Thanks for Thackles Hammer. Man, I love it so much. You too, Tankar, my man. Thank you. Listen, honestly, the best payment you can give any of us, whether it's Glenn, myself, Joe the lawyer, Ray,
It's money.
no, not money. We don't need your money. Your money certainly helps make things better, but if you want to actually make us feel good, it's compliments like that. So really, honestly, thank you. So, Glenn,
Yeah. Do we
go ahead.
do we have a Patreon or anything like that? Or?
No, we don't have a Patreon. They can join this channel, and for $1.99, they get some emojis that they can use, and they show up looking very pretty. And it's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Maybe at your local bodega or convenience store, you can get a coffee for $1.99. So I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. You might contribute a small part of me getting to the con. Anyway.
You know, this is. We do this because we enjoy spending time with you, and honestly, for me, it rejuvenates my batteries, and your feedback is.
And I get my bi-weekly mugging out of the way.
What mugging?
Like that.
Ditto on Thackles Hammer from Paul. Listen to many on my flight coast to coast and
Thank
back
you.
again travels last week.
Oh, geez, I got to keep doing the show now.
You can't stop then.
Well, I was talking with Brian and Full On and Corey, and Brian's having scheduling trouble, so we're going to wait for you. And he goes, seriously, guys, we should just do the show yourselves, because we're going to need shows pretty soon. Oh my God, the world's going to come to an end. It's like, no, we can wait for you.
I mean, how many do you guys still have in the hopper?
Usually we have at least two in the hopper. Usually have two in the dugout.
Okay, and they come out how often? Twice a month?
One in the dugout, one on deck, and one up there.
Okay.
Usually bi-weekly.
Okay, so.
But it's like I said, getting us together is like herding cats.
Wow.
It's now that we got Corey back, there's a fourth one that we have to schedule for. So, and besides this weekend, I know we're not going to do anything this weekend because like Full On's at GenCon and
oh yeah,
it's GenCon week, folks.
Yeah,
it's GenCon week, folks.
And GenCon had the. Initially, the accusations were going out that somebody on the GenCon volunteer staff paid staff had access to people's personal phone numbers and was sending threatening text messages to people. And then it kind of got sorted out to the point that it wasn't anybody connected to GenCon. It was most probably somebody that was angrily stalking some author whose political beliefs he didn't like, and therefore started threatening people of.
You mean J.R.R. George
No.
R.R. Martin came?
No. No. They would threaten him to finish the fucking series.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how many years do you need? I'm having too much fun in my hot tub, or whatever he's doing. I don't know. But for hurting cats, use copious duct tape. Well, listen, Glenn,
The handyman's secret weapon, duct tape.
Fixes anything, right?
Right. That's for my Canadian. That's for my Canadian friends out there.
Your bumper's falling off. Use duct tape, right? It all makes it better. But
go watch old Red Green shows. See the Handyman Corner. What you can do with duct tape.
But my regular Monday night group may be going on hiatus because summers suck for this in any case. But 2 weeks ago, we had a couple of members of our group that couldn't make it, including myself. I was up in the Poconos a week and a half ago, and I was up in the Poconos. I didn't bring my character sheet. Also, I had to be in. I was guesting on a podcast, all the stuff. So we played last week. I
told you, make one of these and carry it with you always. This is your GM's Bugout Box.
I know. Listen, my problem is, and I'm gonna show my character sheet is like on 3 sheets, and it's like, okay, my main character and stats. We're doing an ambition and avarice 2nd edition. We're playtesting Greg's setting, but for my treasure and experience points, it's the back of this sheet. Look how fucking messy that shit is.
That looks wonderful.
Yeah. And then I got my spells memorized sheet because that's the important one.
Folks, you should always serious GMs should always carry a bug out box or a bug out kit, just so you're always ready to run something. And if you want to know how to put mine together, look at my YouTube channel.
I'm about to say, so you've done a video on it. You should maybe.
Yes, I did a. First, I did the Radio Grognard episode, and then I said, "No, I got to show this." And then I did the old Man Grognard video. That was the last one I did, actually. No, it's not. About the second to last one. But anyway,
so in any case,
I confuse it with reviews. So what?
Well, in any case, earlier today, we lost another of our regular players. At least for now, Joe the lawyer, because he's in too many groups and goes getting him. God damn it! It's always one thing or the other. If it isn't women, it's the gym, right? So now Joe is doing great. He's looking good, losing weight, thinning up, getting himself into shape, and
good for him.
And the counter to that is that he's not going to be playing on Mondays. So now our Monday group is basically wrapping up for the foreseeable future. I only play once a week. It's going to be the extra sessions I'll be running on one Thursday a month and probably one Saturday a month. But I do, generally speaking, 3 live streams a week. Plus, I do the hangout in Discord on Thursday nights. I don't have many nights to devote to gaming, so I'm going to have to figure something else out with this one here. So. You can roll dice at a gym. Well, that's possible. Yeah. I don't know if they want him at the gym with his iPad, going, fuck this.
Those walking machines always have the cups for your bottle and stuff. Just roll it in there. Use it as a dice cup.
Possibilities. Rob, you can definitely join the game when we get it going. Hope you should be on the Discord server because that's what we're going to be using. For the voice, we'll use Roll20 because I have the lifetime membership from being a Kickstarter backer. But I use Discord for voice, and I'll probably do the recruiting
I backed the wrong things.
directed on Discord. But we're going to be doing next Thursday and then one Saturday this month, and it should be second Thursday and one Saturday of every month. We're going to figure out a way to get it going. Dave, I don't know anything about the Coyote and Crow RPG. Sounds like Castles and I don't know any of the crap seen flying about it. And yes, David B, we are talking. It's a real workout. When we got together a couple of weeks ago in the city, I almost didn't recognize Joe. He's thinned up that much. He looks really good.
Wow.
So,
well,
that's a casualty, man. It's gonna be my Monday night game is gonna be a casualty for a while. So
it's your fault. You and Ray should run Gamers Health, and now you're getting all these people to get off the table and out into the gym.
Well, yeah, listen, Gamers Health is the feedback that we get from Gamers Health is strong and totally positive and so amazing. Honest to God. I mean, Glen and I do this because for Glen and I, this is almost like sitting at our local pub or bar, and instead of watching, I don't know what teams you're watching in Oklahoma, but it'd be like me watching the Yankees or the Mets.
Probably the Thunder or something like that.
All right, but watching a sports game and having those conversations that go on around it, we can talk gaming with you all and each other, and it's awesome. But for
we see each other. And we see each other once a year to make sure that we're still real and not just a figment of the internet.
Are you real? Excuse me. Are you real? But honestly, I've made some connections via the internet, via streams, via phone calls, all that stuff. The friends that I've made in my adult life that were not job related, right? We all make friends at work, and then most of those friends at work are transitory because once you leave a unit, leave a command, go to a different location, go to a different job, most of those friendships tend to cease, right? But in my adult life, not counting work, I've probably made 2 honest to God friends, not just acquaintances, but people I would consider friends that you go out of your way for and do stuff that I didn't meet on the internet. And I've probably met 5 or 6 people that I would give a kidney to if they needed it, and I was a match that I've met on the internet. I would do it without a second thought.
I'm minus a pancreas and spleen. Can I have yours?
No, I think I need mine.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'd probably reject anyway.
Oh my God, David! I see you sent me something on David Thompson. He sent me something on Discord. You just sent me a hell of a rabbit hole, which I will not delve into on tonight's cast because Glen will just see me staring at a screen, scratching my fucking head. So I'm not going to do that. But
which he does anyway.
I'll look at it later and then I'll curse you. I'll curse you bad, man.
Here's something to talk about. In fact, I just today recorded a Radio Grognard episode about this. I got this now.
I got that too. Because
the Master Edition.
Because, God damn it, Matt Jackson insisted it, and you know what? I haven't had the time to dig into it.
I paid for mine.
I paid for mine too.
I know.
It wasn't free, man. But I was like, well,
I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry I didn't have enough bucks to get the hardback. Because the core one I had was a hardback. But anyway, that was peripherally what I was going to talk about. Mm-hmm. It's like, let's talk about crunch in games right now.
No,
now this I don't mind crunch. I mean, and this game has crunch, but it's not the normal crunch.
Okay.
And there's other games like that too, like Easy D6 or Dungeon World with Fate, whatever. But they do have their crunch.
Right.
Here's what I said. Here's what I said in the episode. I'm just going to spill it out. I mean, you guys can listen to it anyway. It's only 10 minutes, but I can go on for 2 hours about this. I've had people in the past tell me they don't like the OSR because there's too much math, which gives me which
5e people are complaining about too much math. Okay.
I just said people. And I'm lumping 5e and people who've never played before or whatever. But what I'm saying is it gives me a chuckle seeing as I spent 12 years playing Champions. And we could have a whole other argument about that because that's math, simple math. But it's like all of a sudden, oh, you play that 1E thing? That's too much math. You got too many modifiers and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, how about this? Look at this. This has got your crunch in it. It only goes up to 10, and it does. You've seen those games where they name stuff instead of like, okay, for instance, distance in this game, near, far, out of range.
Okay.
I
play games like that.
Yeah, and other things like that. Like I don't think this one, but like in the equipment section, it will say, oh, it's a short slug thrower, stuff like, and that means something in here. You know what I'm saying? But then I get these people who look at that and go, well, that's not real crunch. Then don't complain about the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Don't complain about the numbers.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's the index card RPG, correct, Glen?
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Index card, not India card. Index card.
Master Edition. I love games like this because they are fun and they're easy to run. But I just don't get people who's like, how dumbed down do you want us to make the game? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's basically the gist of it I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, I guess 5e takes out some of the modifiers by giving advantage, disadvantage, right? Like, that's just instead of being +4 to hit to backstab, just roll an advantage and then just pick the higher die. Okay.
I like it as I give them credit for coming up with it, but I don't like using it because it's not granular enough to me. I want to be able to give a +1, +2, or +3 or -2. Here it's like just roll 2 dice and take the best or the worst. Where's the fun in that?
There's a lot of bashing about 5e. I can bash 5e without having to bash it about any kind of political undertones it might have. I just think that it's just like Pathfinder went with too many options and it really made it unmanageable to me. 5e takes the role-playing, the ROLE aspect of role-playing out of the game. And I've told this story before. When I had to run a game with Swords and Wizardry Light for a table that was expecting 5e at GaryCon, that's what they signed up for. And of my 8, 7 said, all right, we'll give Swords and Wizardry Light a chance because I knew the scenario. It was Mouth of Doom from Rampant Ethic, which, by the way, is also part of this collection on Humble Bundle.
Oh, yeah.
It's linked on the bottom of the screen.
That's something to see.
Yeah. When I was running it, I like the role play aspect. When my players are willing to interact with an encounter as opposed to just kill it, especially if they're intelligent, I want to role play it. And we role played it, and I had one player go, I want to roll my intuition or detect lie. I go, there's no such thing in this game. Well, yeah, there is. I go, we're not playing 5e. Swords of Wizardry does not have that. Well, how will I know if he's lying? Evaluate it as a player. I don't like to say more than that, and figure it out for yourself. I understand that if there's a rule for everything, then there's less that's open for interpretation.
That's right. That's my argument,
Right? So,
in a nutshell.
yeah. So, but Fugly, it was good to see you.
Hey, you too.
But here's my issue with it. A rule for everything literally means that as a DM, I no longer have the desire or the inclination to learn a rule set to that degree. I don't want to know. I
Yeah,
can run games
exactly.
like Swords and Wizardry and Old School Essentials and AD&D with minimal looking up rules in the rule book. With 5e, you have to, if you don't have it all up here, you're going to have to refer to it and open it up here. And as a player, that's fine. You have a whole table turn to figure out what your spell is going to do. As a DM, I don't have that time. So either I need to know all the rules fluently, or I shouldn't be game mastering. That's my opinion about any
Yeah.
game. So
I
old
do.
school
I,
games are
I
easy to
do.
learn.
I do disagree a little because I have not met the role playing game yet that I do not role play in.
I
But
understand,
you have a good point on that.
they take a lot of the aspects of ROLE
That's
and
just me.
find situations where you'll roll as and think, take the dice and fling them on the table. I find that some of the best games sessions I've played in as a player or as a GM have had
Mhm.
minimal dice rolling because you get immersed in the gameplay and you get immersed in the encounters and all that stuff, and the rolling becomes secondary to the play of the game. And that's not to say I'm into storytelling games. I
Mhm.
like to have my
I like a
situation.
mix.
Yeah, I like my system, my situations that revolve around chance to be decided by chance. But deciding if somebody's lying is not something that is decided by chance. That's decided
Uh-huh.
by your thinking. And if I'm role playing it properly, if I'm being deceptive, there's probably a good
Mhm.
chance I'm going to role play it like I sound and being.
Right. Right. As far as roles for that's because you're an actor, Glenn. So what's your point? Anyway,
What's your point, Glenn? Tell me your point.
you're killing the joke, kid. But anyway, if you're going to use roles for role, I'm not going to let you get away with that. Here's how it's going to go. I want to convince that guard to let me buy into the guardhouse. Can I roll my or persuasion? I said no, but you can go up to the guard and talk to him, and you role play, you role play, you role play, and at the end, make the roll.
Right. And a good role play will give you a
Because if
bonus.
if they make the roll first, they expect you to, oh my god, I got that big roll. They expect you to let it go. It says, no, I'm not going to let. You're going to work for it. No, your character is going to role play for it. You know, this is good. This is to me the roll's an icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a really good roll because I want to see what kind of BS story they come up with.
Right. The only time a die should be rolled is if there's a good chance something really positive or negative might happen, or such combat. Or combat is by
Good
definition
point.
really good or really bad. Listen, if you have a thief character and you're going to climb a tree, I'm not having you roll. If you're a thief character and you want to climb, I don't know, a rocky wall,
Mm-hmm.
I might say, yeah, and you know what? You get add 10% to your skill because
Mm-hmm.
it's easy. Well, that puts me up to 101. Then don't even roll. It's guaranteed for you.
Yeah. But
But
my point is always make if you're going to use a roll outside of combat, always make the roll last.
always make it last and always
No, the last thing. Yeah.
well, yeah, but also certain roles, I always want my players to make the roll, but some of the rolls should be made in secret for the player. So
Oh
they
yeah.
shouldn't even know whether they succeeded or failed.
You know, Matt running his Beckme game will not let any thieving skills be rolled by the players. He rolls it. He always rolls it. I want to climb that wall. What's your climbing? Oh, okay. Well, you sort of make it, or it's something like hide in shadows. What's your
Well,
hide in
hiding shadows,
shadows?
they should never.
You and it's always like you think you're hit,
Of course.
or you think you picked the lock. You think you've disarmed the
Well,
trap. You know,
I think
you're
opening a lock,
damn sure. You know,
yeah.
you're damn sure you. But knowing Matt, he'll probably change it up and screw him.
I mean, honestly, if I was going to do a full blown campaign, I'd probably have to say, hey, these are the roles that you are not going to be able to see if it involves your character. Climbing walls, certainly, because you know success or failure on that. Picking a lock, I'm going to give you your role, but when it comes to finding and removing traps, yeah, no. When it comes to picking a pocket, you might pick a pocket successfully, but alert your targets, and that's things that you got to keep in the DM's hands.
Right.
So there are certain things that I think you can put in the player's hands, and certain ones that you shouldn't. So David Thompson, roles that might expose the characters to an enemy should always be made by the GM. In my honest
Yes.
players
Yes.
shouldn't know if they fail, and that is true.
I'll stand by that.
That's a good summary, Dave. You made my talk become something that was like way too much. I should have said a lot less and meant a lot more.
Earlier,
Okay.
I shouldn't have said about climbing walls. That's always like my default example for a thief for some reason, or any character. It's like climb wall. Well, you climb wall. You don't climb a wall. I mean,
yeah. Climb walls. Well, and that is the one.
I'd let him roll that.
Yeah.
I'd let him roll that.
It's the one skill they all have a high chance to succeed at, right? It's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's like so.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a sip.
Here's something I wanted to show you. Since the last time we did this, we were talking about what you do for like locations and stuff. You pull out your decks of
my
Inkwell.
Inkwell design decks are spot on, awesome, folks. If you can find them,
I forgot I had these. I did the Kickstarter. Location cards from Rogue Comet. I've got the fantasy one.
Oh wow, okay, Rogue Comet's.
I've got the sci-fi one, and I've also that was the modern one, and I also got the sci-fi one.
That's Ben Burns. He's
yes, it is. It's Ben Burns.
He won the Three Castles Award this past year at North Texas.
Yes, he did. For what did he win it for?
It was a Call of Cthulhu adventure. So
is that like that? No, I'm thinking of Lamentations. But anyway, and also I gotta buy some more of these. I love these deck boxes. But and you look here, what you got is a location like so with all the descriptions for the GM on there, if you can see that.
Right.
And then on the other side is just the map, just for the players.
Yeah.
Just the map. I like these.
Yeah, that's pretty much the Inkwell design stuff is like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a great tool, especially if you're an improv DM or your players go off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep.
He's done other ones for like adventures, ideas and all this other stuff. But Rogue Comet, I think his website is still up, isn't it?
Should be.
Yeah.
Ben's got a lot of things for sale.
Yes.
He is a Call of Cthulhu licensee from Chaosium. So he does some very good work. If you like
he does.
Call of Cthulhu stuff, his stuff is top of the line. At least as good as what's coming from Chaosium itself.
You bet. But I can't remember what I paid. Oh yeah, I can't remember what I paid for. I helped kickstart this, so and these three are the ones that kickstarted his whole cards thing. But the other ones I wanted was the locations because it's hard to come up with the locations sometimes.
Yeah.
Or even adventure.
All right, so I'm gonna swap out the banner at the bottom right now, and I'm gonna mention that Darlene.
Oh yeah, Darlene thing.
on Facebook. She had a GoFundMe for her Victorian home, which is it's been neglected since the passing of her husband, and she needs about 15 grand to get the
Fix it
renovation
up.
going, to get it away from her local government trying to condemn it, basically. She's trying to raise 15 grand. I believe the GoFundMe is approximately 10,500. She just got I think this week somebody mailed her $1,000 check. So figure it's actually around 11. But she's getting close. She's getting there.
Now, I know this is like 10 months away, but you think North Texas would help her out somehow with an auction or something like that?
If she still needs, I am sure they did a good job for Lloyd. I'm sure if Darlene had artwork that she could donate, I'm sure it's something that would be considered. We can mention
Right.
it to Mike. It actually that would have been a good question to have brought
Yeah.
up in today's live stream.
And wouldn't you know, the one night he doesn't show up. Well,
Shame.
Well, yeah, but on the positive side, badge sales for North Texas have gone up. You can buy your badge now. Gage and I have ours, and Jason's bought his. And
they're ahead of the curve right now, I think, on badge sales, which is awesome.
For the weekend, it's $100, but as of this recording, until the end of this month, which is August, you can get 30% off, $30 off.
There's a coupon for it.
Yeah, it's NTX 30.
So, if you need the savings, now's the time to hop on it. It's going to end at the end of August. There's no extensions to it. However, if you have children, I believe it's under the age of 12 or it's 12 and under, reach out to Gary or Bad Mike and figure out. Young children are free, and they will generate a badge for them. So, I mean, that's just awesome, too.
Yeah. I mean, if you use the code, you get $70 plus, what is it, $5 convention fee or something like $75. You can't go wrong for a whole weekend.
Is that the fee that gets collected by tabletop events or something like that?
I guess so. I thought it was a sales tax, but
it could be that too. Yes, Tammy. Somebody sent her $1,000 check. This community is the most amazing community I've been a part of. I was a cop for 20 years in the NYPD. Cops are certainly will dig deep into. They'll dig deep into their pockets when another cop is in need. But there's always a handful that will bitch while doing it. Why am I giving 20? Hey, if their kids,
but they'll do it. They'll do it.
But then you also have the jackasses that are like, oh, do I get my $20 back if the kid doesn't need the surgery?
If the kid kicks off, I want my $50 back.
Yeah. If they die before the surgery, do I get refunded? You get stupid comments like that, and part of it's just bad cop humor, honestly. But part of it is there are jackasses like that in the world. In this case, in Darlene's case, everything that she's asking for isn't. She probably needs more than what she's asking for. But honestly,
Tammy, Tammy, I'm sure she could reach out to Gary.
Yeah, I don't think Gary can do anything about it once it's been done. Gary knows.
Okay.
She was
okay. I thought he would. I thought he'd refund her the money or something.
I don't think there's a way within the system to do so.
Well, not in the system, but I mean, he could probably PayPal.
I'm not speaking for. I'm not speaking.
I'm not speaking either. I'm just saying it's possible.
Don't. When you say I'm sure, you
possible is not sure.
Well, I know you didn't say. Didn't say. You gotta watch what you say there, Glen. You gotta listen. I'll tell you. Listen, honestly, I'll probably be. Besides the fact that I'm a procrastinist, and I probably won't.
You're a crook. What?
I'm a procrastinist. I probably won't even think about getting my badge until December, when I go, oh shit, I got to get the hotel room. Oh, I don't even have a badge yet, let alone air tickets. But I mean, listen. Honestly, last year, I had to reach out to Gary, and Gary's like, "What?" I go, "I got to give you money." He goes, "You already got your badge." I go, "No, the tavern when we hit 1,000, part of the deal of hitting 1,000 was I was going to sponsor a room, so I sent Gary $500 toward the convention." Again, folks, when I do things like this, you get yes, Tenkar is being generous. I'm being generous with your money. This is money that got raised on drive-through by you all using the affiliate links. So when you use affiliate links, when you sponsor, when you join this channel, when you go to Humble Bundle, that money goes back to the community or goes back to gaming, goes back into this channel. You know, I'm not using it to live high off the hog. It isn't spending money for me to go down to my local pub with Rach and treat us to a day of debauchery. I can do that with my own.
I would.
Well, yeah, but I
That's me.
it's the reason why we gave away $250 in drive-through RPG monies.
You did
On Wednesday.
Did.
And why is that? Again, it's your money. All right, folks. So yes, I know you, it's like, oh, he's showing you affiliate links again or whatever. Yeah, because it gets put back into the community, and I enjoy doing that. It makes it fun. It makes it fun for the people who, hey, when we hit 2,000 subscribers, we'll give away another 250 because that's what we do. You know, I don't know what we'll do when we hit like 2,500. I'm sure I'll have to do something really big and stupid.
Also, if you buy a badge and you're not going to go, it is now rolled over just 1 year instead of in perpetuity. Because I say that because I'm thinking Gage probably might not go since he's working now. So, you know, I'm going to tell him it's like, okay, but, you know, 2024, you got to go or you're going to lose it. Yeah. But I just want people to be aware. And also he said, as of this recording, the hotel rate has not been fixed yet. So give him a chance.
Right. The hotel is renovated.
Tammy, am I going to be able to meet you?
Yes, you're going to meet them. You're going to meet them, Glenn.
Oh, are you kidding? It's been years. Every year I say I'm going to meet Joyce Godsey. I always miss her. Every year. So I got to ask.
Well, here's the thing. And we might actually have to schedule something one day. I believe Joe the lawyer is going to be there. Matt Jackson plans on being there. I don't know if we're going to get Rob Conley, but Rob's going to ShireCon. But if we can get Rob, that would be major awesome. And this way, we could do like a Tenkar's Tavern, personalities gathering, get us out to like lunch or dinner.
And I believe we're going to be having Mark Hunt again, Mr. Gangbusters.
Nice. Mark is a great guest.
He is. Oh, he's so much fun. Oh, by the way, if I get my friend Jim to talk him into going, I told him, you are going to be my champion for the whiskey tasting. Because I cannot tell. I can't tell one whiskey from another. I was just told that you are a theater people, Gary. I direct local community theater. We'll come all over to Oklahoma and direct it.
There you go.
And Tammy, you seem like a real nice person. And I don't mean this badly, but my name is Glen. Unless you want me to change it for theater.
Or call him Old Man Grognard.
Or Old Man Grognard or Smokestack Jones. I don't care. Or
Smokestack Jones.
Don't call me late. Don't call me late for dinner. That's all.
Listen, I still remember going to North Texas. And it wasn't even my first year. I think it was my second year. And I'm picking up a badge. And it's Doug. And I'm like, yeah, hey, Doug. He goes like, oh, you recognize me. Tenkar. I was like, yeah, but I don't think it's under Tenkar. And he looks at me, what? I go, I think it's under Steen on my real last name. Why would you do that? Why would I put it up? Because, because you have a place for your real last name and your nickname. He goes, you're Tenkar. Why would you put any other name on it? I was like, oh, okay, Doug. So that's my little Doug story.
Well, well, that sounds like Doug. And also, this is an international convention, believe it or not. We've gotten people here from other countries. The third time I came, I met these two Irish guys.
Yep.
Who said this? We came over because we listened to Saber Die talk about North Texas RPG Con, and we said we have to go, and we came to America, and you are the first con we've ever been to.
That's amazing.
The first con. It's like they came 2 years in a row. I mean, my God. You know.
Kim, it's one thing you have to get used to in theater is being called by different names.
That's true. I mean, you can call me Lenny. You can call me Ebenezer Scrooge. You can call me Jonathan Brewster. I played all of them.
Lenny.
Working on my Glen. Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Gary Con on the brain. I can understand.
That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing to have on the brain.
It's not a bad thing, Glenn. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I didn't mean to be mean to her. I wasn't trying to be mean to her or anything.
You were just being Glenn. It's okay. You're all right.
Hey, the Austin group comes every year, and I know they've called me adorable.
I'm not gonna.
As long as I run a gangbusters game every year, I think they'll think that. Give me a work name. Work at a party 5-star.
There you go. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about that one con I did called Mezcon for my friend Paul Metz? It was basically a weekend thing. It was a Saturday thing where he had a party and we called it Mezcon, and everybody got badges, and we did stuff like the prize, the dealer's closet, and we had. Oh, you want to do live action role playing? We got 2 rooms, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I remember those of us who volunteered to work, all of our badges, I made the badges, and they were all, yes, I'm a Buckaroo Banzai fan. They were all John something. I think mine was John Little John or something. John Smallberries, John Big Boutte, all that.
Well, I mean, Buckaroo Banzai, did you?
Oh, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it's an RPG that hasn't come out.
Yeah, it's an RPG that took in pre-orders before Far West. And by the way, our good friend Gareth has been teasing that we shall see Far West relatively shortly. Since he's been saying that for the last 10 plus years, I'm assuming it means that we might see it by the end of the decade. I don't know. But
I'm kind of happy that the Buckaroo Banzai thing didn't come out, because when games have when a game has too specific an IP, you can easily do it with another game. Like I could run Buckaroo Banzai in Savage Worlds and not even have a problem.
Yeah.
Savage
Worlds, Tiny D6 would work well too if you wanted more rules light.
I started questioning that a long time ago. I had the GURPS, the Prisoner supplement. And it's like, this is nice, but I don't know when I'd use it. I don't really run a spy thing, or if I can use another game to do it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it makes sense too. I mean, oh God, there was that. Oh God, is it still on Kickstarter? There was a Kickstarter not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kickstarting all of these, I don't know, King Kong RPG and all these others, all using the same core system. It's a cinematic system or whatever the hell it is. And honestly, all these tack-ons are fine if that's what they are. If they're a setting book for one universal system, that's great. I think that GURPS is too detailed for what it needs to be. I think there is a place for a lighter universal system that doesn't get dragged down on all these numbers can be proven in a court of law, and all these numbers balance out. And I really couldn't give a flying fig Newton. Why am I not cursing today? Holy crap.
What's wrong with you?
It must be the lighting. But honestly, I mean, I like the idea of systems that, if I can find a good system that plays just as well for fantasy as it does for science fiction, and it isn't that heavy, my God,
Right.
the gameplay that you can make. You could do sword and sorcery, swords and
Yeah.
planets, all that stuff. I don't really like a lot of the systems that are out there that are multi-system or
Uh-huh.
multi-genre right now, because I don't think they do them all well. If that makes sense.
My last one, I think. Well, index card RPG, but I was going to
They,
say the last one I really, really liked was Savage Worlds.
see, like I don't think Savage Worlds does fantasy as well as it does uh, other
Well,
settings.
the problem with that is it didn't have a setting. I
Yeah,
mean, yes, it can. There are other people came up with settings, but they were like kind of specific fantasy until
yeah,
they partnered with Pathfinder. Like I
yeah,
said, it was a win-win.
yeah.
Pathfinder gets more exposure, and Savage Worlds gets an actual fantasy setting.
Right. They had Evernight, which was
Yeah,
interesting. They don't call it. They didn't call it setting. It was like a plot. Was it a plot point campaign? I forget what they call a lot of their stuff. Um, but it was fantasy dark setting.
right. Like I said, it was. There's these fantasy worlds that are like specific, like Lamentations of the Flame Princess or Viking Death Squad or something like that.
All right. So David B has a good idea. Combine stars without number with worlds without number. I still have to fully sit down and read my world without number books. I mean, I have both the limited print run one and the print on demand version, and they look awesome, but they are huge and intimidating, and I probably need to set aside a couple of days to delve into it. And I would just like to do it not necessarily for the rules themselves, but for the material that's included that you can turn into a sandbox system. I think
Uh-huh.
that Kevin has done a great job with that. I just got to
Right.
see how we converted it to the fantasy, because it's never seen the fantasy before this was Scarlet Heroes, right?
Scarlet
And
Heroes.
yeah, that didn't really. That was more Asian flavored. It really didn't fit any of the groups that were trying for more traditional fantasy. So yeah, Worlds
Yeah.
Without Number. I'm gonna have to sit down and play something. Yes, Tom. Stars Without Number is awesome. The fact that
No, but I do have White Star.
White Star is awesome too, and I
Mhm.
I actually wound up looking back at some of my Star Slinger. Was it Star Slinger? Uh, when I was doing the Western American Western influenced White Star setting material, and I forgot that I ran an adventure in that with the B team, the infamous B team, when I was still working. But yeah, I like the idea of mixing my genres up. It's always
Oh, I've stolen usually when I was running D&D, if I was stuck for an adventure, I'd go watch a Western and steal from those. In fact,
yeah. Oh,
I
Glen's
just
gonna
got
pull something out.
no,
Glen,
no.
be careful.
No, not that one. Um, that's a good one
My
too.
eyes can't unsee what I see. I just want to let you know that.
I just got that one. Fistful of Bullets, 16 spaghetti westerns,
Oh wow,
and I will probably go through that and look for plot material. Be right
that
back.
that's fun stuff. I always enjoy the spaghetti westerns. I used to love The Man with No Name, the Clint Eastwood collection was always fun. When I finally got Rach to watch them, because she never watched westerns until she married me, it was eye opening for her. She really enjoyed it. Dave, I've used a lot of bonanza plots in various games. They work in a lot of genres. I could see
There
that.
you go.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum.
I had one of the best. I had one of the best Hyperborea adventures that I ripped straight out of a spaghetti western, and it
Really?
worked. it still felt Conan-y. Let me put it that way.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of spaghetti westerns, right? A lot of those stories are influenced by Japanese filmation and stories. And
samurai stuff.
Yeah, samurai stuff. And the samurai stuff fits into a lot of our swords and sorcery stuff.
Did you know, here's a fun fact, that when Sergio Leone made Fistful of Dollars, the one that started it all,
right?
Kurosawa wanted to sue him
because
he said, making my film.
But which film was he stealing from?
Yojimbo.
Okay.
It's Yojimbo. It really is. And he just made it a Western, and Kurosawa kind of got bent out of shape about it. And so he tried to sue him, and it didn't go anywhere.
Well, The Magnificent Seven was the Seven Samurai.
That's right. That's right.
I mean did they say that when that movie came out, did they say inspired by or no?
Nope. Oh yeah. Oh well, they did settle. Cool.
I just went out and they settled. All right.
That's right. All right.
It was they settled, which means it was never actually settled in a court of law, which means that neither side felt 100% confident in what they had.
Settled out of court, yeah.
As
long as it gets settled.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when you're borrowing, I'm not going to say stealing, when you're borrowing for your home campaign from other adventures or other sources, movies, books, TV shows, that's all fine and dandy. But if you do so and you're trying to publish it, then you might need to scrape some of those serial numbers off a little bit harder.
That's true.
That's
scrape harder.
Scrape harder, young man. Scrape harder.
Yes.
I can still see that serial number.
I showed this last chat. I'm trying to come up with a Hyperborea adventure for like next month. I'm supposed to do it. So I'm reading this, The Essential Conan Volume 1.
Oh, nice.
First 25 issues of Marvel's Conan the Barbarian. There must be something in there I can use. I can't get through the novels.
I actually subscribe to Comixology, whatever, through Amazon. It's like $5 a month or $6 a month, but it gives you like a 20% discount on all the various like Conan collections in PDF or in CBZ format, and it's worth it to go through. Even if you only subscribe for the free month, subscribe for a free month. Go on, grab a handful of titles at a nice discount. I no longer want my comic books in a physical format. I don't have room for these huge collections, but I can certainly find room on my iPad or my tablet. That works. I can do that quite easily. So, I mean, if you go to listen, I just picked up the 2000 AD, the Judge Dredd,
yeah.
Halo Jones, Judge Anderson, all the stuff on Humble Bundle, and it's like 50 cents a title or something like that. It works out to be, and it's all on my iPad, and I don't need to worry about storage, and I can zoom in with my old effing eyes. I no longer have to worry about the fact that I'm getting that old man vision issue, and I can't see what I used to be able to see.
Well, among other things, I have my Grindhouse collection of movies here that I've stolen out of those too.
Okay.
Yes, Last Man Standing, good film. I've got this here. 200 horror movies.
Damn.
Okay. I could find something in there. This works out to like 18 cents a movie, but it's like you got to look for the gems in the crap. And
you thought of Shakespeare worked well as samurai stories. Well, here the thing is, Shakespeare, right, is out of copyright. So steal what you want from the old master.
Here's some other movies you can look at for plots. Martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works. That's almost like taking the samurai movies.
But now, are these the martial arts that are actual martial arts? Or are these the ones with the guys doing the flying kicks
Oh,
over chasms? Okay.
Oh, yeah. My favorite one was Kung Fu Magic Kick. I never seen a guy lift his leg all the way up and slap somebody with his foot.
Nice.
And I found out anything that says ninja on it probably has a high percentage of soap opera in it. So, buyer beware. Blade Runner RuneQuest. I love it.
I like that too. Richard III would be cool as a samurai sword. Tom Gold. Yeah.
Haha. Loll back at you.
Wasn't Judge Dredd based on Judge D?
That's a good question.
Judge D? Dave, you're gonna have to. You're the local Brit tonight, Dave. You're gonna have to educate me.
Yeah, please.
On who Judge D is.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm figuring that this coin, which I got on my first Vegas trip, it's silver and bronze. That's probably about the size of a coin in D&D, right? That's probably about a gold piece. That weighs a significant amount. I could see that being a real pain in the ass to carry around. Now, when I was in Vegas back in 2008, 2009, these were worth $10 a piece, and if they came in it came in like a little plastic container, coin size, and if it came in a red one, it was worth $50. And I came home with 40 of these coins because I just said it's silver. I'm not cashing it in. So I still have a whole batch of these, but I took a few of them and took them out of their protective casing because it was more interesting to actually hold the coin and be able to be holding the coin made out of silver. But I should probably bring them to a D&D game one day and just drop them on the table and make my players wonder what they do.
Make them work for it.
Oh, Judge D was a Japanese or Korean character. I don't know.
Wow.
That's interesting. Now, we have what? We have two Judge Dredd movies. Since we have Glen, we got to talk movies. The first was Sylvester Stallone, and that was not very good. And the second one was that Urban.
Well, yeah, I hear that was really good.
That was a lot of fun.
The Stallone ones was made at a time when they were just dipping their toe into superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the time when they do superheroes, but they spent most of the movie without a mask because the producers in the studio, hey, we're paying this guy big bucks. We want to see his face.
I don't know who's trying to connect. I don't know who I gave a link out to.
See ya, judging.
You're not trying to connect anything, right, Glenn?
No, I'm not trying to. Carl Urban, yeah. David said Carl Urban. That's right. One of my favorite actors.
I don't know who this would be, but as far as I know, I only sent a link out to you. So I will not do that. I will. That's just a rarity. We will.
I have no idea what he's doing, folks.
I had somebody popped up on the bottom of the screen that I never heard of. Somehow our invite link got out there, but I only sent it to you, so I don't. StreamYard's acting very strange. I would not know what's going on.
Well, I did send Jason the YouTube link here.
Oh, you might have sent him the link to StreamYard.
No, I sent him the link to YouTube. I just copied it off my the address box up here.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was JS. Could have been Jason. Could be. Because if it's the link that's on top of the screen that you're looking at right now, It's not a YouTube link; it's a StreamYard link. If you have a second box open to follow the chat, which is a little bit quicker than the chat that pops up on the side, I put up on the screen. Then
Ooh, some decent stuff's already won at the Ennies.
I just have some decent stuff has already won. All right, that's interesting.
Did my boy Glen win anything?
You should
Glen
have.
Seal, my boy. I voted for him. He's the only one I voted for. Tenkar's hacking the main. How dare you, Tenkar? Hack
Somebody
the main.
has to. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, might as well be you, or something like that.
Hold on, Glenn. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. This is the actual link to the stream. I don't think that I think you sent the link from the StreamYard up above. So
let me check. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
How dare you, YouTube? But thank you.
I figured that. It's like
I'm sorry, Jason. I'm still trying to figure out Discord. So,
folks, this is how you know it's live.
Yeah, you bet.
Flying by the seat of our pants.
That's us. Do you do this with the other shows?
Well, it depends. Like, what do you mean? Like, well, Ben, Mike, and I, we worked cons for years together. So I joked that Mike's my work spouse, and we can finish sentences for each other. On the other Friday night show, I for the most part try to shut up because it's just too many voices in the pot, and except for
that'll happen.
Like
is that the random party one?
Yep, the random generated party. When Rob gets on a roll, I maybe I'll interject to come up, but usually I'm just trying to manage the chat. The chat is very lively because everybody's got questions for somebody, and it's like, how often do you get to see Tim Shorts? Maybe once a month, It's just like, all right, well then you're on there and they're asking Tim questions, so that's like today. You were getting comments from the people in the live stream there. They were talking to you and asking you questions.
Yeah, from the peanut gallery.
The peanut gallery. It's always fun in the peanut gallery.
Hey kids, what time is it?
It's time for old Man Grognard, sir.
I guess I could be howdy doody with sunken cheeks. You know what started, by the way, you know what started that rant earlier about how much dumbed down or crunch? Because I was thinking back to when TSR's Marvel Face Rip game first came out.
Okay.
And I bought the basic game and brought it to my champions group, and they just looked at it and looked at like the awesome, amazing stuff. I said,
"Yep."
They said, "What do we need this for? Just give us the numbers." By the way, we already have a game here called Champions. You ever heard of it? And it's like, yeah, I just thought we started. They didn't want nothing to do with it. They were so into Champions. I could never get them to play more than one session. I think that I ran.
So I couldn't get my group to play any supers. So
that's the kind of thing. I was saying, it's like, look, it's just words. Instead of numbers. Can't you roll with that? They didn't like the chart. They didn't like anything about it. Anyway, so I gave up. That's too bad. Because they were already playing Marvel and DC characters in Champions. So they said, we don't need this. We already got the characters. Oh, well. Oh, well.
You see, I don't care about... actually, they're up already. The nominations are... wait, these are nominations. Never mind. I probably got to go to Twitter. Twitter has the...
I keep having to be reminded that GenCon's going on.
All right.
No, it just seems too early in the year for Gen Con. I know they're August, but I thought it was like a few, later in the
What was
August.
later? I think it was later last year. All right. Here, assuming this works. All right, we got the Ennies Awards. Best Lettering and Design Silver goes to Octung Baby.
Octung Cthulhu.
Gold goes to Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. Best free product goes to Old Sanguine, a Vampire the Masquerade New Year's Eve story. Gold goes to 2021 Level 1 Anthology. Not even sure what the hell that is.
Did we win one? Did we win one for Swords and Wizardry Light?
No. It actually had been entered, but I don't even think it was entered. Best Munster Silver goes to Home Field Advantage. Gold goes to Nightfell Bestiary. Best Organized Play Silver goes to Two Hearts Apart. Gold goes to I Find That Familiar. Best Art goes to Wander Home for the Silver Interior. One Ring Second Edition wins the gold. All right, I could see that. I'm really at a loss for a lot of these titles. Best Aid Accessory. I'm finding I really don't give a F. Best Aid Accessory. I can't pronounce the
Nyarlathotep.
Yeah, props for the mass of. And the gold goes to Mark Borg, Digital Monster Generator.
Mark Borg.
One best ebook goes to One Night Strahd. And the Lazy DM's Companion gets the gold. That's the
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of Return of. Because it came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Just a couple of them go out. Let's see. Best Cartography goes to.
Yes.
Cults, Labyrinth, and Secret Chambers. Gold goes to Kazepki Map Collection.
Oh, man.
Best Online Content, Sly Flourish gets the silver. RPG Botnet gets the gold. And that's all we got at the moment, folks.
Were we nominated for Best RPG BS?
No.
Oh,
Although
there RPG YouTube BS,
there is talk about doing the 10 keys in the future. We may have an OSR related
10 keys.
10 keys, the 10 keys. And
what's the award going to look like? A toilet?
10 cards toilet for the award? I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. But
I did that drawing of Tenkar's Tavern that you never used. Why don't you base it on that?
Maybe, but here's the thing: submissions would all have to be in PDF because we don't want people spending money on physical. It should be this book cost $100. They got to get a prize. None of that crap.
Right. I'm sorry, Mr. Woodard.
Lost to a coloring book.
Let me guess. No, not Darlene's. That other one.
The Tankies. Hold the Tankies next year. Yes. And a carp. Yes. A 10 carp. Yes. You're almost as funny as somebody else who I shall not name because it's like Candyman. You say the name 3 times and they appear. And
Andy Dick?
No. It's a carpetbagger, and I'd rather avoid carpetbaggers than the channel.
Good idea.
So
we're back. Oh man, that was exciting, wasn't it?
We listen, for all the news that's fit to print or talk about, you're not coming here. Okay.
Glen, you was robbed.
You was robbed, Glen.
You was robbed.
You
was robbed.
Even though you weren't entered, if you had been entered, you would have gotten the same results, but you should not have entered. Huh? Exactly.
He was nominated. He was nominated for I thought it was Best Cartography again. which he won last year. Yeah, Cthulhu crap cleaned up. I'm sick of. I'm so sick of Lovecraft.
Well, here's the thing, and let's call it for what it is, right? The Ennies are not a best of. It was the best of. You have Wizards of the Coast and Paizo entering. You would have what?
It's more like the best of.
You know, it's a best of
indie games.
Yeah, you know, it's no longer do we have they won too many prizes. Let's cut. You guys got to stop. You're taking all the good prizes. If they're doing the best shit, shouldn't they be getting the best prizes? So, listen, the Ennies are, and the reality is, if you make a nomination, winning a gold or a silver has little to do about the quality of your entry. It has everything to do about how much of a social media presence you have and how you gin up your people to place their votes for you. And
I can't argue with that. But you know, this is why I like the Three Castles Award for two reasons. It's a good award, and there's only one of them.
Right, every year, you know, you get you have like 5 finalists, and then the 5 finalists.
And yeah, and you know, it's one and done. It's great.
Yeah. No, I'm not. You know, some of these categories you kind of start wondering. Best Monster. Wow, gee. Are we talking about the monster I pull out of my pants or the one I pull out of my back pocket? And what's the difference?
There's a monster in my pants, and he doesn't.
You're bringing me back to my. Wasn't that the B-52s?
No, it was the guy who sang for the B-50. It was a single by him.
Oh,
same,
okay.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah, bring it back to our MTV days.
Well, because I actually saw them at Central Park at a free concert in my pre-law enforcement days. Yes, and I spent the concert with a coworker.
Yeah, Fred Schneider. That's right. That's it, Fred Schneider.
And the Shake Society. Okay, I knew I recognized the voice from that song.
I thought it was the Trouser Snake Society. Anyway.
At least when I talk in the song Detachable Penis, because that's one that has a story.
You're talking. The story I don't think I need to hear.
No, I mean the song itself is a story, and it's just a bizarre one. Okay. It's like wow, somebody's tripping on LSD in the East Village, aren't they? Because it's the only way this story would make any kind of sense. In any kind.
Yeah, well, have you heard? Well, there's always existential blues.
Existential, and who sings existential blues?
I can't remember the guy. Tom Shankus, T-Bone Shankus. Yes, I'm trying to, you know, reference my Dr. Demento here. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Ty. I got me a Chrysler. It's as
big as a whale, and it's about to set sail. That was one of my best. If I can get a gal to sing with me, that's one of my best karaoke songs.
Wow!
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road, 15 miles to the Love
Shack. Love Shack, babe. You don't want me singing.
You got a rock lobster.
But I know I was in a lot better shape when I could have a girl on my shoulders for an hour and a half and not complain because, and of course, they're enjoying the concert because she was not tall enough to see the concert in that crowd. It wasn't like you had stadium seating. This was Central Park. There was no seating. It was like the central lawn. So,
Spitter's Law. Anyway, did I say that?
Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne.
I keep trying to, you know, every year, and I never find, this is one of my favorites here. We got to sing that. I'm going to find the karaoke version. We got to sing that, Tammy.
Because if you find karaoke at North Texas, swear to God,
I always look, you know, either in the hotel or somewhere else. I would do karaoke in a heartbeat at a GameCon. In fact, I did at Gamma Trade Show. 6-7 years ago. One of the casino bars had a karaoke night that White Wolf sponsored.
Really?
Yeah, and what's his name? What is that? I can't remember the damn. Monty Cook. Monty. The next day at the dealer's place, Monty Cook's wife came up to me and said, "You have a beautiful voice." Thank you.
Glen, that might have led to something. I don't know.
Well, Monty was around. That was the problem. Anyway,
I was about to say, but you never know.
Remember, I'm adorable, according to the Austin guys.
Glenn, you're adorable. I love you dearly. You're my second choice as a work spouse, and I mean that most divinely. So, Ovaltine Howdy.
Look at this. She's a musical theater director. I love it. The biggest one, when I was Ubering, had a couple of girls, it was late at night, come in who were theater junkies or whatever. And they asked me, "Do you like theater?"
No.
And I said, that depends. I like theater, but none of them are musicals. I'm an actor.
That's why I drive an Uber.
Yeah, that's why I drive an Uber. But, I have nothing against musical theater. I've done a few myself. But I like to act. And I got to the point, I think the last show I did was Fiddler on the Roof. No, Guys and Dolls. And at the end of the show, this was like 10 years ago, and it's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Maybe it gets on to
see,
I don't know.
See, to me, with musicals, it's just a rehearsal. With a regular play, it's just a rehearsal. With musicals, you got to do choreography rehearsals. You got to do singing rehearsals. You got. I just want to.
Come on, Glenn, do a little soft shoe. I want to see some soft shoe from Glen Halstrom.
Black Sabbath karaoke.
Yeah, really. That's what it would be. It would be Black Sabbath, Ozzy. Although he was playing Johnny Cash. This last. And listen, you play Johnny Cash, I'm going to be doing karaoke. All right.
I will remember that if I ever come see you. Say, if we ever get together for like the Poconos or senior or whatever, we've got to go singing somewhere.
Dude, if you come to New York, my local pub has karaoke on Friday and Saturday. They'll play whatever you want. They got nearly a limitless selection. And
cool. I go for people. I'm tooting my own horn again, but I will do Joe Cocker, and the next song I will do Frank Sinatra.
Now that's pretty cool.
How do you do that? Because my voice sounds real gravelly, and then all of a sudden I'm doing a Sinatra. I like Sinatra. I like Bobby Darin. My tastes are eclectic. Let me put it that way.
I think a lot of people can say that as they get older. As you get older, your musical tastes start to change and vary. When I was a teen, I was into country music because my mother listened to country music. And then when I got to like high school, I started listening to other music. It was suddenly heavy metal music because my friends were all into heavy metal. Now I can enjoy a lot of genres. I don't really like house.
I know a lot of stuff. I mean, I enjoy stuff like swing, things like that.
No, Tammy, no Tenkar the musical. Tenkar's Toilet the musical. Flush.
My joke. I did. By the way, Tammy, true confession, I'm not a professional actor. I do community theater and things like that around here, regional theater.
He plays one on
TV. Oh, shut up. Tenkar, one of my jokes for a while was, I said, I'd like to see Tourette's, the musical. I had this image of people coming in late right after intermission, and the usher opens it up, and you hear people cussing, people braying, chickens, all this other stuff. And it's, oh, good, you came for the intermission song or whatever. Anyway, it's a funny idea in my head. Okay,
Sure
Tourette's the musical. Think about that.
Isn't that something that would have already been done though by Trey? Was it the
Trey
guy
Parker?
Trey Parker? Yeah, South Park guys. Let's do Tourette's the musical.
They
brought
should.
to you by Canadians, and then have.
Sure, why not?
Okay, go fuck yourself. Sorry, there. I had to get enough bomb in, or else they would never believe that this was actually a live stream.
That's true. But she's got Tenkar the musical now.
I'm currently directing a just copyrighted musical called Anxiety the Musical. Not even kidding. Well, God bless you, Tammy. That is certainly apropos for the last 2 years. I think that a lot of people will be able to.
I'm picking myself up, dusting myself off, and whatever.
It's not just anxiety; it's a way of life.
That's true. Anyhow, I think we've run out.
So you say, wait. So you're saying that this week's episode of the Not Seinfeld show is over? Is that what
no? I'm not. You're saying that.
Yes, Tom. Tenkar's Toilet, the musical. It's a lot of flushing. It's a lot of toilets. It's a lot of bathroom humor, right? You got.
For the guys that brought you Tourette's the musical,
David, but Save Space would be Tenkar's Toilet. Okay,
woke the musical
would be the. I would just call it Awaken. How about that? You can't be obvious, man. You got to take him in. You got to move him in slowly. If you hit him over the head, they fight back. You got to turn the heat up at the frog.
I did a show about community theater and ghosts in a theater and all this other stuff. And this new theater group moves in, and they had no money for rights for any show. So one of the guys wrote Jaws, the musical. Oh, Tourette's and zombies. Huh?
There, see that's made for Glen, so we can resource that. Glen, maybe we can do a little improv.
Yeah, they got to add zombies to every damn thing.
It makes it better, right? Zombies makes it better.
Maybe. I get so sick of seeing the zombie stuff. I will never play a zombie RPG. If the main goal is survival, no, sorry.
So Glenn, where can people find you when they don't find you here? They haven't found you here.
In my bathroom.
All right. So when you're not in your bathroom and you're not on the Tenkar's Tavern channel for Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse, which we haven't been on since the beginning of July, where else can they find you?
Well, you can find me doing. Almost forgot my show. Thaco's Hammer. And all the stuff you can find on like iTunes, Spotify, all this other stuff. And my anchor show, my daily show, which is Radio Grognard. And if you want to see my shining face as well as me talking about gaming, you go over to my YouTube channel. And you will find...
What's your YouTube channel?
What?
What's the name of YouTube? What's the name of your YouTube channel? Radio Grognard?
Old Man Grognard, Glen Halstrom.
Okay.
Old Man Grognard, basically, because it covers my GM, RPG advice, my reviews. I think I've got a couple of movie reviews on there, et cetera, et cetera. And one of who were we talking to about earlier? New Big Dragon Games. His favorite, Chris LeBlanc's favorite, Old Man Grognard After Dark, which I did about 20. Yeah, it's because I just love you sit there with a drink in your hand and you just talk RPGs and there's just a light on you and everything, and it's like you just start talking stuff about RPGs. I love that.
Glenn, you don't have to put out the
Richard,
red light, Glenn.
I will do that anytime if I can get it done again. But
Okay.
yeah, I used to. That's before Radio Grognard. That's how I used to answer all my email on that show.
Well, you might have to bring it back once a week or once a month. Something like
Man Grognard After Dark. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, how do we find you?
What, you find me here. You find me at tenkarstavern.com.
You find him here. You find him there.
Find me here. You can find me there. You can find me
Anywhere.
more places than you'd want to. Folks, if you want to support this channel, if you want to support this channel and get good shit, go to the link on the screen right now, tenkars-tavern.games/fantasy. You'll get a lot of amazing OSR PDFs, and you'll support the channel because it's an affiliate link.
Hey, have you ever?
What?
Go ahead.
No.
Wait, go.
Glen's feeling magical right now, folks. Hold on a second. Glen.
I just thought the motto of Tenkar's Taverns, all his stuff should be Tenkar's Tavern. Tenkar's Tavern. Good shit.
Good shit. Make sure you go to the Tenkar's toilet. Folks, there's a join button below if you're not watching on full screen or on your TV set. I watch on my TV all the time, so I never see
already
the
joined.
But if you hit the join button for the price of a cup of coffee that isn't Starbucks, $1.99, you can support this channel. You can support the host.
By the way, Bad Mike's here. He says, "Give us money." Yeah, give us money. Don't give Bad Mike money. Give us money.
He's in that fighting stance. He's got his weak hand up. He's ready to
we could go
to block.
If we can get him on here, we can go another half hour.
I don't know if my bladder could last that long. We are the old man show, dude. You got to remember that. Although I got to say, we've been on for an hour and a half, and I still have wine left in my glass. If I was at my local pub, I'd be on my third glass of wine because, I wouldn't be having all.
Because you're drunk.
Well, give Mike booze. Mike, I drank the wine up, man. I'm so sorry.
Should we start like a North Texas GoFundMe to get Mike booze?
I've told you before, pee in a bottle during the show. And
then he sells it for Mountain Dew.
All right. So here we're gonna end the show with the TMI. So not last night, 2 Mays ago, May of 2020, during the year of our Lord, where the Lord said, let there be no work, let there be no health, let there be no nothing. I was hospitalized with congestive heart failure for about 3 weeks. And I got to experience using pee in a urinal. And it actually, near the end, was a great convenience because instead of actually having to walk to the bathroom, the night, you just get up and you pee in the urinal. And I had a good relationship with the nurses that I had because I used to always kid around with them. Just the attitude you see here is how I am in face to face. And as I'm getting ready to leave, I'm all excited. I'm leaving. My nurse is like, we can give you a new one of those to go home with you. I go, new one of what? A urinal. I'm like, I looked and went, really? She's like, yeah. I go, my wife will kill me if I hang this off the side of the bed. She will kill me. She's like, yeah, she might, but it probably saves you a walk, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to type.
I'd save it, but I would use it to make like sweet tea or Kool-Aid or something and put it in the fridge. It's never been used. What's the problem?
You know what? If they haven't demonetized us yet, I think they better demonetize us now. Because, holy crap.
Bad Mike's the blame because he was the one who said pee in a bottle.
P33 bottle merch confirmed. Yes, but it probably won't be the awesome Minions artwork that Fugly did because at least one fulfillment center has decided that's a copyright violation. They will not fulfill it anymore. But I do have Swords and Wizardry, or no longer Swords and Wizardry, the Continual Light artwork, which is amazing and would look really good in the dark shirt. So we'll get that going too. So, all right, I think we've kept you all for long enough. I thank you. Glen thanks you.
Thank you.
Our families probably thank you for letting us return to them for the night.
Right.
We are still in the midst of the endemic. It's no longer beginning with a P. It's now an endemic, because it's probably never going away. Use your common sense. All right. You had it.
The common cold never went away either.
No.
So
Neither has your yearly flu. So it's probably going to be here to stay. It's going to be more transmissible and less virulent. So it is what it is. I am not a doctor. The only advice I am saying is use common sense. Be safe. Be well. God bless each and every one of you. Roll your dice. Roll them well. I'm back tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern with Rach. We may or may not have a special guest. I got some balls bouncing in the air, but it's the summertime, so it's hard to set the things up. No. Tom, I'm not even going to read that one out loud. No. That
be safe. Be alert.
Yes.
Everybody likes alert. Hey, Chuck.
Yep.
Later, Chuck.
Folks. Thank you much.